ये सब जो है ना इसको पुलपिट करना इस साइड ये सब क्या आ गया रिकमेंडेड स्टोरी जो है ना हाँ ओके इसमें नहीं ऐसा है जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी बड़ा करते यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन जमुना तीरा वनचारी जमुना तीरा वनचारी जयो राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जयो राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Sila Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Gaura Haribo. Jai Om Vishnu Pada Brahman Supravaraja Kacharya Swan Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnu Pada Prishna Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Hari Pramanande. Hare Krishna. Jagannath Swami Ki. Baladev Subhadra Maharani Ki. So, Omagyanatimirandhasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshurjanimilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Achinta Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanamani. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschadestarine. No, I need backside, down, inwards. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा. So what did we hear yesterday? We heard up to appearance of Lord Jagannath, right? And then we are to hear when how Jagannath came about, that we see like this. So when Maharaj Indradumna saw this form of Lord Jagannath, this has one way no form. Now it is decorated, but has no form, has no eyes, no hand, no leg, nothing. So it looks like a ghost in a way. So Maharaj Indradumna was very upset that due to my one after another mistake, that I am bereft of having darshan of Lord Jagannath or Lord Nilmadhava. It's all my karma. And he didn't want it to live anymore. So he was very disturbed, repentful. And then Narad Muni appeared. And he pacified the king. He said, do not worry. Just decorate the Lord. I have seen the same form of the Lord, which whom you see here. And then he gave the name that this Lord is the master of the whole universe. He is Jagannath. And then he gave the whole pastime of Jagannath. How he saw Jagannath like this. Maharaj Indradumna was curious to know about this form of Lord Jagannath or Lord. So Narad Muni explained once while he was traveling, he happened to be in Dwarika and he has seen this form. So pastime behind this form goes like this. As you all know, after killing Kansa, Dwarika was being attacked by, Mathura was being attacked by many friends of Kansa, such as his father-in-law, Kansa's father-in-law, Jarasandha, Kaljavana, Salva, and many others. So Krishna and Balaram, they tried defending and protecting Mathura. But one time, Kaljavan and Jarasandha both attacked from two sides. So, of course, and prior to that, Krishna had decided that, all right, we have to kill all the demons. But the people of citizen of Mathura, they will be very disturbed. So overnight, Krishna ordered Vishkarma to build the city. And the city was built in the middle of the ocean. And overnight, everybody was transported. They slept in Mathura and they got up in Dwarika. The new place altogether, new palace, everything. So anyway, while after killing all those demons, Krishna Balaram were living happily with all the residents of Dwarika. But Krishna and Balaram were so famous that their pastimes were being sung every day in Dwarika. And the ladies, gents, everyone was hearing. From different saintly people, sometime Narada came, sometime this came, sometime that came, like that. So one day, two queens of Krishna, Jambavati and Satyabhama, they approached Mother Rohini, the mother of Balaram. And they requested that we have heard from different saintly person a lot about different pastime of Krishna and Balaram. Can you please describe the different pastime of Krishna and Balaram in Gokul, Vrindavan, and whole Braj area? And Satyabhama wanted to hear more about Srimati Radharani, Radha's love for Krishna. And Satyabhama said many a time, I asked my beloved sister Rukmini to tell about Srimati Radhika, Radharani, but she simply laughed and she never tell me. So please tell me. Tell us. Now, the mother of Balaram,
Rohini also wanted to tell, because this is what enjoyment of devotee is. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Machita Madagata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Kathayantascha Mam Nityam Tusyanti cha Ramanti cha. This is the enjoyment of the devotee in discussing about the Lord pastime. So Rohini was also very eager. But she said, there is a danger. I may describe the pastime, but we will be taking a big risk. Then Satyabhama and other queen, they asked, what risk? What can be the risk? He said, you don't know. If Krishna Balaram happen to hear the pastime, then they will not stay here. They will leave all of us and they will go to Braj. So you have to have some place, secluded place, where the men are not allowed, or something like that. Rohini wanted to speak, they wanted to hear, but the place. So they decided that we'll go to such a such day on the Raivat Parvata. And there is a temple of Mother Jagdambika. And Mother Jagdambika is worshipped by only married lady. No men are allowed there. The privacy there. So the place was chosen. Okay. Date was fixed. So all the married lady on that day, they all planned and they went to worship Mother Jagdambika. Everybody knew that they are going to. Now, Subhadra, out of curiosity, she also went. He also went. So they told the married lady that we are going to do a special puja. And in this puja, no men are allowed. And no unmarried girls are allowed. Nevertheless, you have come here to do some seva. We are going to have this special puja. Now somebody may argue, why did they lie? They say we are going to do puja. Hearing Hari Katha is also puja. Not only showing Aarti is puja. Chanting is also puja. It has puja has different anga. So in this plan, they asked Subhadra to wait outside because only married lady were allowed inside. And her job was to make sure that no man comes here. So instead of doing puja, they started talking something. And since Subhadra was kept outside, and for first time she heard that this puja is meant only for married lady. So she became more curious. I never heard like this. For first time, she got some suspicion. So if you keep a child or any person away, even in meeting, when we have some meeting, and somebody, okay, we have some private meeting, please wait. Then curiosity comes. What is there that they don't want me to be part of that? So same way, Subhadra started thinking, what is there that they don't want me to be part of that? So she started hearing. She sat down, she also started hearing. Mother Rohini started describing the pastime, the Leela of Mathura, and then eventually Vrindavan. So she spoke about that how the Vishnu Vansha, earlier they are a different king, they are fighting each other, then they combined together and they made Vishnu Vansha. Vishnu Vansha had a 14 different kind of king, like Jadav, Bhoja, Vishnu, Andhaka, like that. Still there was a fight sometime. Then they decided that Vasudev should marry the daughter of Devak, last daughter of Devak. Vasudev had 12 wives. First one was, of course, Rohini ji. She, the daughter of Kuru Vans, Kuru dynasty. She, the daughter of uh, Vishnu Pitama uncles. So she was the sister one way of Vishnu Pitama. And rest 8 were the daughter of, Devak. So this way, and Devaki was the 9th, so it became 10, and there were 2 maid servants. The Vasudev also married. That's where they became 12. So Rohini described everything, and especially she described about the marriage of Devaki and Vasudev. And whole pastime that how Kansa was taking them, and he heard the, Jai, Shri Radha Bhagan ki Jai. He heard that Asarira Vakya or forecast, and then he put them in prison, and what Devaki and Vasudeva had to go through, and how Lord appeared, and then Vasudeva took Krishna, the Lord, in the middle of night. When he appeared in Bhagavatam 10th canto, in first section, chapter 3, the appearance of Lord Krishna, Devaki prayed, Vasudeva prayed, and thereafter, Devaki being very worried or afraid that Kansa is going to kill this child also. Although she knew that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He has come with the 4 arms. But Devaki has seen in front of her, her 6 children were killed. So naturally she was frightened. And Krishna was big in 4 hands, 4, all astra were there. Devaki wanted to hide, but where she can hide? He is so big. So she begged Krishna, please, upsangharam idam rupam. Please give up this unusual form and become a small baby. So before doing that, Krishna told Vasudeva about them, who they were in previous life, everything. And he said, now please you take me from here to Gokul. So on the order of Krishna, he became a small boy. An order of Krishna, Vasudeva took Krishna to Nanda Gokul as he was ordered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The word has been used for Vasudeva, Sauri, means son of Surasena. And other meaning of Sauri means one who has courage. Anything could have been happened. Now he is leaving the prison house, although it was open. But what about outside? If somebody see and inform Kansa, he could have been caught. But he was sorry. He was one to take risk. He didn't care. He took risk. And when he was taking Krishna, when he had Krishna on his head, what happened? All his shackle broken. All the watchmen, they slept. Door open. This is what happened if somebody becomes Krishna conscious. He'll be free from all the bondage. He become Krishna conscious. Anyway, till the cut the story short. So Rohini was explaining that how Vasudeva was bringing. And that day, it had to be heavy rain. Heavy rain. Like cats and dogs. Because all the demigods were so happy. And out of the happiness, the tears were flowing. The rainwater is hot or cold? Eh? Cold, right? Now the tear comes. There are two kinds of tear. If somebody is in angry mood or somebody in distressed mood, how will that tear be? Hot. But somebody in very heavy mood, then it's cold. So demigods were crying that, my Lord, you have come to protect us. Pritranaya sadhuna. So the cold tears was flowing. And everybody wanted to have audience of the Lord. And then Balaram thought, okay, this is my opportunity to serve the Lord. So he came as Ananta. So Mother Rohini described everything. How Mother Earth became so happy to witness her husband. Lord Vishnu had two wives, Sri Devi and Bhudevi. So Bhudevi was very happy. And this way, Vasudev ji reached on the bank of Jamuna. And Jamuna, by seeing that Lord is coming, she also became overwhelmed. There are many reasons are given why Jamuna became overwhelmed. And then she gave the path. Anyway, it was dead of night. Vasudev came to Nanda Gokul. Vasudev is a closest friend of Nanda Baba. Very close friend. And in Bhagavatam, it said that Vasudev went Jashoda Shayane. He went directly in the palace where Jashoda was sleeping. Now, if you are a friend of somebody, and middle of night you go to somebody's house or the wife's room or something, and somebody sees, you get bad name, right? But he was sorry again. Son of Sursena. He did not see anything. He saw only one thing, and that was the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Take me, Nand Gokul. The Acharyas, they describe that from Mathura to Nand Gokul, there are a lot of tribulation was there. But he was very fixed. Can somebody talk to these kids? Which kids are there? So Vasudeva was focused that he had to go to Nand Gokul. He was very focused. And he did not care for anything else. So Rohini described really in detail everything. And then she described their childhood pastime, Krishna and Balaram, Krishna's pastime. And Rohini said that by the time, Krishna appeared, I was already there and Balaram was already born. So this way, they grew together. And Rohini when explained that who Krishna is, that when Balaram was born, Balaram was like a dumb boy. He wouldn't speak. He would sit one place and look for somebody. They are dumb, deaf and dumb. But according to Gopal Champu, when Krishna appeared, that Balaram was one who broke open the news. Yashoda did not know whether I have got son or daughter. Jiva Goswami said she had got two child. So this is not a part of that. But anyway, so Balaram, after seeing Krishna, he started talking. He became normal. So this is the glory of Krishna. Mukam karoti vachalam pangulangate grim yat kripatamaham vande paramananda madhavam. So Rohini was giving the greatness of Krishna, that how even my own son, what happened? And then she talked about Krishna's Balalila, what he was doing. Then she talked about the Pogandalila, that he was going to tend the calf and playing and stealing butter and whatnot, all those things. So each lila he was telling. And when Subhadra heard this thing, she sat down, boom. She was stuck. She was stuck to hear the detail. If we hear Hari Katha from a pure personality, then you can see the picture in front of you, or you will become part of that lila. So the way Mother Rohini was describing the pastime, Subhadra became part of that lila. And she got shocked. And then she became what you see. Then Krishna Balaram came from Sudharma Sabha. And they saw in the palace, no wives are there. What happened? Where are the ladies? Where did they go? And then the news came that they have gone to Raivat Parbat to worship Mother Jagadamba. Now, Krishna and Balaram, out of fear that something must have come, why did they go all at sudden to worship Mother Jagadamba? So Krishna and Balaram also rushed. And they went to the point where they were locked and this thing was going on. And when they saw Subhadra in this form. By that time, Mother Rohini had finished childhood pastime of Krishna. Now at a Poganda Lila. And she said, after Krishna left Vrindavan, after Krishna left Braj, all his friends, they gave up eating, they gave up sleeping. All the animal, they don't eat. They look towards Mathura. The trees has no any leaves. Jamuna stops flowing. So when Rohini was describing the pain of Brajvasi, the cowherd man and cowherd boys, Balaram, he heard that. And he loved his cowherd boys and cowherd men so much. I mean, he was struck with wonder. His eyes was open and he was almost about to run with his hand like this, about to run. But in that situation, his feet were not moving. It happened sometime with us, you know, like in dream, when we see some dream, some very terrible dream comes, and we want to call out, but we cannot speak. We want to run, but we cannot run. Say Balaram, just like this, dumb, eyes wide open with wonder. And then Krishna started hearing. And that time was talk about the gopis. And specifically when they talk about the gopis, that how Srimati Radhika, she has given up her eating, sleeping. She has become lean and thin. She is on the bank of Jamuna. Many a times she want to commit suicide. She want to give up this life. But when this thought comes that I must give up my life, I cannot live without Krishna in separation, then a thought comes in her mind that if Krishna comes to know that I have committed suicide, I have died, he will become very unhappy. So she didn't want it to die. This is the love of Srimati Radharani. That she didn't want Krishna to be unhappy in any way. She was ready to suffer, but she didn't want Krishna to be unhappy. And when Krishna heard this thing, and when he heard about Srimati Radhika, how she has become what a situation, he too wanted to run to save Srimati Radharani. So Narad said, when all these three, two Lord and sister, they were in this situation, I came. I saw the same picture of the Lord. And when I came, later on, they all became conscious. They came in original form. And then I begged to the Lord, my Lord, I have seen you this form. This form, what happened to Jagannath, Baldev, and Subhadra, it happened by hearing the pain of Brajvasi, whoever it was there. So Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, this form is that Lord is painful. He feels pain by seeing his devotee be in trouble. In Kali Yuga, in every Yuga, people are unhappy. But in particular in Kali Yuga, Alpayusa Samya Kalavasmin Yuge Jana Manda Sumanda Matayo Manda Bhagya Upadruta. Everybody is distressed in Kali Yuga. So Narad Muni immediately understood this form of the Lord is the form of mercy. This happened due to the mercy of the Lord. So he wanted Lord to appear in Kali Yuga. So Narad Muni begged Lord Krishna that please, what the form I saw, see of you, please appear in Kali Yuga. So not only the form, but the emotion behind the form. Emotion behind the form that Lord was suffering, seeing the suffering of conditions. So that's Jagannath. So Narad Muni told this pastime, and then Maharaj Indradumna, he was very, very pleased. And thereafter, Lord had, bathing and Asnanyatra, the decoration, and then Rathayatra started. So that's the pastime of Lord Jagannath, how he appeared and why he is like this here. Now, Krishna, Lord Jagannath has many devotees. You must know that Lord Jagannath is still there till today. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he is there till today. Since he is the Lord and Master of one and all. In Jagannath Puri, there is no discrimination of Chandala or Brahmana. Because Jagannath is the master of Chandala also and Brahmana also. In Jagannath Puri, even till today, in the same plate, a Brahmana will also eat and Chandala will also eat. Mahaprasad. Jagannath Mahaprasad. So still same ritual is going on. And Jagannath is very, very, very protective to his devotee. Once, our Ramanujacharya, he visited Jagannath Puri because we went to Melkote and we saw the worship and we saw the mantra was being chanted, we saw all those rituals and so on and so forth. So I was telling this Prabhu who came with us, and Anand Garanga Prabhu, that in North India, we do not have too much ritual. We enjoy hearing and reading Srimad Bhagavatam. We enjoy hearing and reading Ramayana. But in South, people they enjoy the ritual. Not very. Rather, there no ritual some other places. I mean, you see Sanatana Goswami. When Madan Mohan appeared, Sanatana said, I'm not going to worship, get out. Why did you come here? I simply want to chant. And Madan Mohan had to beg Sanatan, please let me stay here. I like your association. He said, all right, you stay. Then he had to do Madhukari and bring and give dry chapati. So one day Madan Mohan told Sanatan, my mother used to feed me Makhan Misri. You are giving dry chapati? Come on, man, put some salt at least. And Sanatan said, hey, I told you, I cannot do more than this. So Madan Mohan asked him, can I make my own arrangement? He said, yes, please go ahead, do it. That's North India. No ritual. South India, so much ritual. Everything ritual. So which is good. On time, place, and circumstance, everything is good. Now, Ramanujacharya went to Jagannath Puri. And Jagannath Puri, if you go again, no time for anything. For eating, sleeping. Clear Pujari, you will see, they will abuse Lord Jagannath also. Hey, Kalia. They will do like that. They will hit you. And they will chew tobacco, everything, and go inside to worship. I remember long ago when I went to Jagannath Puri. I have been going for a long time, but maybe 15, 20 years. Those days you could go directly, just like today we went to Nursing Dev, directly to there. Went there, one of, I think must be 2002 or 3, one of my donor, Mr. Uday Kotak, Kotak family, we went there and puja was arranged. So only we were there. And after that, we were going to do Prikarma. And we were doing Prikarma in the backside, so many cockroaches, my goodness, all over place. I thought, hey, what is going on, And these pandas, they have eaten tamaku and spit on the wall, there. But Jagannath doesn't mind. Okay, he has his own lila with pandas. He doesn't see this thing. Same, just like a mother. A mother doesn't see when son, is covered by the dust, and when it comes running to mother embrace. Doesn't see that he covered by dust, he dirty. Same like Jagannath. That's his, anybody who goes to him, he just accepts them, whoever, whatever way. So Ramanujacharya went there, and by seeing the irregularity in the puja, no system, nothing. So he is a great devotee of the Lord, and he wanted to set up some system. Now, Ramanujacharya knew the king, and they were good friends, because king had come to south, and actually Kanchi and Puri, they're always good friendship. Always good friendship. The king of Puri always used to be guest of the king of Kanchi. So they were very impressed. The king of Puri was impressed with Ramanujacharya and the way of his setting up. So when Ramanuja came and he saw the situation, then he talked to the king. And since king was convinced about Ramanujacharya and he was ready to be corrected. All the worship and everything should be done nicely. Who doesn't want everything systematic and nicely? Why to be defensive? So king accepted. He called the meeting of all the pandas. And he said that such a such day, you know, you all are doing this wrong, this wrong, this wrong, this wrong. Ramanujacharya has come and he going to give you bhakta training, a new training of worship. All those pandas, they were accustomed to do whenever they want to open the temple, whenever they want to feed the Lord. Now it had time, punctuality. So they were not very comfortable. And they kept saying, King, this is not proper, this is not proper. But king was king. He said, no, we have to have system. You got to follow it. All right. Such a such day Ramanuja will come. So now all the chief priests were there to get training. King comes with the minister, and everyone is waiting for Ramanuja to come. Time is passing for doing puja. Ramanuja has not come. Half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hour delay. Ramanujan didn't come. All the Pandas said, we cannot leave Lord like this. We have to bathe him, we have to feed him. Then king sent some minister to find out what happened to Ramanuja. And they went and they found Ramanuja is not there. So what happened? Lord Jagannath, Ramanuja was sleeping. Next day he was supposed to come and correct. Lord Jagannath took him and threw him from there. Get out from here and go back to Kanchi. So that's Jagannath. He has very personal relation with devotee. Lord Jagannath is personal. I said he only Lord who is very, even we worship Radha Krishna. But our mood of worship, Prabhupada said, is Lakshmi Narayan. It's not Radha Krishna worship mood. It's not, like the worship of Braj, the Vaikuntha worship. But Jagannath is very personal. Jagannath Puri, very personal. Anybody can. So Jagannath is very, very kind, very, very merciful. Just like difference between father and grandfather. Between father and grandfather, whom do we love more? Grandfather, naturally, right? So Krishna is like our father, and Jagannath is like our grandfather. You can talk anything to him, you can say anything to him. And I said, he is loved by one and all, whether a small child, young man, old man, ladies, anybody. Because he's so close, he's so friendly. Now, I will talk some of the different pastime. Lord Jagannath has unlimited pastime, unlimited pastime. Nobody can force Lord Jagannath to do anything. Only the panda can force, the devotee can force, nobody else. So I will talk about the kindness of the Lord Jagannath, that how he accepts anybody. Papi tapi yata chela, hariname uddharila. Like Lord Chaitanya. Same way. So once there lived a Brahmin. His name was Raghunath. And he was devotee of Lord Ramchandra. So it looks like Raghunath was from North India and he came to Jagannath Puri. And he was devotee of Lord Ramchandra. So he was curious and a really great devotee. He said there are no temple of Lord Ram. In whole Odisha, the temple, every town, the temple is Lord Jagannath. Whole Odisha, Jagannath is the master of whole Odisha. Lord Shiva is there in Bhubaneswar. That's it. But in Jagannath, in whole Odisha, because I am the general secretary for Odisha, so I know in whole Odisha, Lord Jagannath is being worshipped. Now ISKCON have a Radha Krishna temple, otherwise there is no Radha Krishna temple. So anyway, when Raghu came, he couldn't find Sitaram deity anywhere. So he was little perturbed. Nevertheless, one day he went to have darshan of Lord Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra. So when he went to see the Lord Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra, then he saw Ram, Lakshman and Sita. He saw Jagannath as Ram, Subhadra, energy of the Lord, Sita, and Balaram, as Ram. So he saw Lakshman. So he saw that way. Oh, my Lord is here. Okay. From that day, he started coming. So later on, one day, Raghunath, his short name was also Raghu. new bhakta, first time, first comers, when he saw the Lord, that he could, his own Lord is here in form of Jagannath, Baldev, and Subhadra. So out of love, one day he wanted to make a garland for the Lord. Raghu made a beautiful garland of the Lord. But he made the garland from, the thread, a string thread, like we have the here, kacha dhaga. But it was banana, what do you call? Bark, yes. Which is, yeah, Sri Jagannath, all this, which is considered to be dirty, not clean. So he has made from banana bark that garland, and he took that garland with a lot of devotion and gave to Pujari, to offer to Lord Jagannath. And as soon as Pujari saw that this garland is made from bark, is contaminated, it's not pure, he threw it. And he chastised Raghu, take it. Raghu, with all the devotion, he had taken that garland. And now, Pujari not only disregarded, but threw the garland and said, get out. So Raghu came home. He was very unhappy. He was a big agony. He was very disturbed. He gave up eating, sleeping. He was just fasting. He was very disturbed. So the pujaris, evening time, they bathed the Lord and they started dressing. They started dressing. And after dressing, when they're putting the flower, all the flower or garland was falling down. Always. They tried many times, but they couldn't stick flower or garland. It fell, it fell, it fell. Now they couldn't understand what happened. And they are very disturbed, the pujaris. And they felt that we must have committed some great offense. We must have committed some great offense. Otherwise, why Lord is not accepting, this flower garland? Then they came out and they had a meeting. And in meeting they decided that we will not go home. We will stay here in temple only. We will not eat. We will fast. The Lord comes and tells us what mistake we have done. So they remained in temple. They did not go home. They did not eat. They slept night time. Their temple. And Lord Jagannath came. And he gave dream to the head priest that what had happened. He said, you fool, you think you are such a great? My great devotee Raghu, he had made that garland with so much love for me. You did not see the love. He saw only that he made of bark. And he threw the garland. Do you know what is going on with my devotee? He on deathbed. He's fasting. He's not eating, not sleeping. He's only crying. So the Lord chastised the Brahmana. Then next morning, the head priest finally came out and he spoke out. And he told that what had happened. What had happened. Then the all Brahmana went to Raghu's place and they begged forgiveness from Raghu. He was lying, he was crying, he had not eaten, and that garland was almost about to die. It had dried up almost. And Then Brahmana went and begged forgiveness from Raghu. And then finally, Raghu said, all right, whatever Lord wants. He said, no, no, you come, please, Lord is calling, and take this garland. And they brought the garland and offered to Lord. And Lord was very happy with that garland. So, Krishna, in this story, we find that Krishna wants to see our love, not our show up or presentation. He wants our love. Krishna is known as Bhavagrahi Janardana. He wants our bhav, our emotion, our love. So this way, Raghu was serving Lord Jagannath very nicely. Every day he would make garland, the garland was given. And even now in Jagannath Puri, now this garland is made of the bark now. Now no problem. So Raghu broke the whole system. And Raghu became famous in whole of Sri Kshetra as a friend of Jagannath. Many a time, Jagannath will just go and chat with Raghu, sit with Raghu. And Raghu knew that his Jagannath he has come. One day, Lord Jagannath came to Raghu. And he said, Raghu, tonight I have a plan for you. He said, what is that plan? He said, today we will go to the garden of king. And there are so many nice ripened jackfruit. So you must go today and we steal some jackfruit. So Raghu heard stealing. He said, what are you talking about? Are my lord, if you want jackfruit, tomorrow I'll get the best of jackfruit for you. You don't need to steal. Why you have to go to steal jackfruit? He said, no, no, you don't know. You don't know, in Braj, my mother has so much butter. But though butter had no taste. But when we were stealing the butter and eating, that had taste. Once even Balaram told to Krishna, why do you steal? Mother Jasoda, Anand Baba, there's such a high reputation. They are getting bad name because of you. Why do you do all this thing? Nand Baba has 900,000 cows, so much milk, so much butter. Why do you not do this thing? Krishna very nicely explained to Balana. He said, look, if you get free food, free food had no taste. But if you work and get the food, that had taste. Because you work. Then Balaram said, then what work you do? He said, stealing? That you work? In stealing is a big work. You have to be very careful. Nobody is seeing and all these things. So many things. You have to be careful. So he told to Raghu, you don't know the taste. If you bring jackfruit, I know it is tasty. But when we steal and eat, the taste will double. All right. So Raghu agreed. Devotees are very simple hearted. Said, okay. So time was set, midnight, and both of them went. So Jagannath said, Raghu, you climb on the tree. Raghu said, no, 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 you climb on the tree. Jagannath said, look, these jackfruits are very heavy. And when you drop from down, I can hold it. But you will not be able, you will not be able, you will not be able to hold it. Very heavy jackfruit. So let me be here to hold it and you climb. Okay. Raghu followed the instruction and he climbed. The Jagannath, you are there, na? Yes, yes, I am there. So he went and looked, climbed. Look at that fruit. Look at that fruit. he said, okay, I got here, ripened one, nice smell coming, okay, good one. Okay, pick it up. He picked up. He said, are you ready? He said, yes, I am ready. So Raghu dropped that jackfruit and Jagannath disappeared. The jackfruit fell from there, die, made such a huge noise. So all the watchmen who were sleeping, they all got up. They came running with torchlight. What happened? What happened? Some thief came, some thief came. And then they came near jackfruit tree. They saw a huge jackfruit tree, a jackfruit fruit fallen on the ground. There's no wind blowing. They know nothing. How did this fall? And nobody's here around. They looked up with torch and saw Raghudas. Now they didn't know what to do. Because Raghu was such a famous person, friend of Jagannath. He worshipped by even king. If ordinary thief, they would have caught him and given him few stick. But Raghu cannot do. So they have to rush to king. He went to king. They inform what happened. King called his minister. King also did not know what to do. Because he's such a close to Lord Jagannath. If somebody very close to, president or guru, and even he does something mistake, we are, two time we think. So how should I present to him? Or how should I talk to him? My Guru Maharaj may feel unhappy or whatever. Something like that. The same way, the king did not know. And they had took advice from all the minister. And minister said, thief is thief. Whether Raghudas or whoever. Night time he has gone to steal. And that also from the king's, garden. If you're an ordinary person, different. But in king palace, in king garden, that's like really, if you cannot protect your own, then how will you protect the whole citizen? So finally, the watchman brought king and minister. Raghu was still there on the tree. He didn't try to run away or anything. So, king requested Raghudas, please come down. On the request of king, Raghudas came down. Raghudas was in shock state. He was in different world. What had happened? Why did Lord do this thing? Why did Jagannath do this thing? So Raghudas was brought to the court next day. And king, first of all, he begged, please Raghudas, forgive me. If you really wanted to have jackfruit, you should have simply given a message to me. I could have arranged the best of jackfruit for you. Why do you have to go night time to steal this jackfruit? It's not befitting you. Everybody respects you. What people will think if they hear from everybody? Why did you do that thing? Now Raghu could not say why did he do that. Because he was a devotee of Lord Jagannath. Didn't want to open the poll. Didn't want to, defame Lord Jagannath. That because of him I went and he's such a nonsense fellow, he left me and gone. If we were there, we would just say this thing. But no, Raghudas swallow all the, poison one way. He will not say anything. So one thing, he has stolen. Secondly, he had nothing to say in his protest or defense. So, Prabhupada said, Hira chor or Khira chor, both are chor. Hira chor means a thief which steals diamond, and Khira chor means one who steals cucumber. So both are thief. So he stole it. He went night time. So he was punished to be in jail or kept in house arrest, not in jail. And that night, same night before morning, Lord Jagannath comes to in dream to king. And Lord Jagannath told to the king what happened, everything. And he said, please release Raghu right away. Before sunrise, release Raghu. Nobody should know. So this was Jagannath Leela. And then, of course, this spread everywhere that how Jagannath and Raghu, they are very close friends. That is just to, Lord wanted to establish that if he makes friendship, Krishna does not accept anybody. And if Krishna accepts somebody, he will never leave them alone. His name is Nandanandana. Na da na. One who do not give himself to anybody. Na da na. In beginning, na means not, da means to give himself, and na means not. But if he gives somebody, then he gives fully. And he gave himself to Raghu. I'll tell one more story, then we'll stop. Of Raghu only. There are many pastimes of Lord Jagannath. So once Raghu became very sick. And he became so sick that he couldn't move from the bed. He was vomiting, passing urine, stool, becoming unconscious, and he was lying there. So Jagannath used to come every day, clean the stool, bathe Raghu, put sandal paul, and make him sleep, and give some prasada. Slowly, when Raghu was gaining some strength, so one day Lord came, and again he was cleaning all the stool and everything. So Raghu begged the Lord, my dear Lord, please do not do this thing. For me, you come here and do this kind of bhangi job. This is not very good. I should be doing. Why you have to do this thing? And then he prayed and he said, Raghu, I enjoy serving my devotee as my devotee enjoy serving me. So actually, there is competition between the Lord and his devotee. By service, in serving, we enjoy. Service gives enjoyment. I mean, we are servant of Krishna. So real enjoyment comes when we start serving Krishna. Jeev Krishna Das, A Viswas, Karle to or Dukhanai. The day we start serving Krishna, we'll become happy. And we are not happy because we don't want to serve, but we want to be served. Therefore, we are unhappy. So in service, we become happy. So Lord said, I also become very happy when I serve my devotee. So please, Raghu, let me do this thing. I want to serve him. The Raghu said, but you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If you want, you can also cure my disease. Why you have to serve me? Please cure me. Lord said, I cannot interfere in your karma. This is your karma. I can do that thing, but I want you to be free from all the karma and go back home. Come to me in this lifetime only. So if I do, I cure, then the karma will still remain. So you suffer and clear up your karma. So Lord does not interfere. He can do. Bhakti is very powerful. As Brahmaji said, Karmani nirdahati kintu cha bhakti bhanyam. There is no other means, but only bhakti is the means which can clear up all our, past misdeed. Can clear up. But if it is the Lord, they don't want to be cleared. They want to be cleared natural way. So Lord gave a lesson. So this way, Raghu and Lord, they are very, very closely associated. Of course, there are many pastimes with Lord Jagannath, like Gita Panda is one story. One story about Lakshmi Devi, how she was upset and Krishna and Balaram had to go and beg. So Lakshmi was out that time. Then same way, pastime with Maharaj Purushottam Dev, like that. There's so many pastimes. So other time you all will be hearing. I'll stop here. If anybody has any question, Hare Krishna. Yes.
Thank you very much for the very nice class with pastimes, Guruji. So you were saying about Ramanujacharya that when he came, Lord was not very happy with all the reforms. So later on, just around 200-300 years ago, Bhaktivinoda Thakur also brought many reforms in the Jagannath temple. We have heard. Even then, there was no offering happening properly, and he introduced Chappan Bhog and everything. How come at that time, Jagannath was okay with that? That is
Well, first of all, Bhakti Vinod Thakur was doing his service. He was the DM, he was district magistrate. And one of the service, whoever was DM, district magistrate, is the in charge of Jagannath temple also, till today also. So that was his service. Ramanujacharya had no service, no official position. He was going and poking his nose. But there, it was his job to make sure that offering is done properly. Again, he was not breaking any tradition. In same tradition, in same way, enhance the taste. Offer best thing to Lord Jagannath, like that kind of thing. So that's okay. I mean, I remember once in Bombay in 87, 88 sometime, we had one Mr. Binod Gupta, and some or other, we made him general manager because he was very influential businessman, well-to-do man, and he wanted to do some service. We made him general manager. So he was going over the offering of the Lord, and he saw that we are offering every day basmati rice. He said, "Why you have to spend so much money to offer basmati rice every day? Let's cut it. Let's offer normal rice." Radharas Vihari is very powerful. Nobody can play around with him. And in 3 days he packed up. He was gone. So sometime, Prabhupada said in deity worship, you should not decrease, you should increase. Don't start anything new. If you start something, don't bring it down. You have to Sri Vigraharad Aradhana Dhana Nityanana. Every day increase something. Every day do something nice. Don't decrease. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur was doing that thing. Any other question? Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Is it true that Lord doesn't interfere in anyone's karma, devotee's karma? Then karmani nirdhati kintu ja bhakti bhajam. That shloka refers to what? What does it actually mean?
That's the power of the Lord. The bhakti, power of the bhakti. Bhakti can do that. Karmani nirdhati kintu cha bhakti bhanjam. Bhakti is the means which can bring Lord. The means can do that thing. Bhakti can do this thing. Lord cannot do that thing.
Bhakti can do means Bhakti Devi will do, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Any other question? All right, we'll stop here. Grantraj. नहीं नहीं जगन्नाथ भगवान की जय जगन्नाथ बोले सुभद्रा महारानी की जय निताई गौर
Hare Krishna. We had wonderful pastime of Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. Before the Rathayatra, we got to hear the nice pastimes of Lord Jagannath and prepare our consciousness. Let us express our gratitude to Prabhuji by chanting Hare Krishna mantra once. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Tomorrow morning also from 8 to 9 o'clock, 9:30 till 9:30 we'll have the Srimad Bhagavatam class of Prabhuji. So we request all the devotees to kindly come and take advantage of association of Prabhuji. Tomorrow will be the last class of Prabhuji in this visit, and we hope and pray again we get to hear from Prabhuji in the very near future whenever Prabhuji comes here, and we request him to come again and again. So devotees can come tomorrow morning for Bhagavatam, and now Prasadam is there for all the devotees. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Dev, thank you so lot for being online and attentive. So now ending the class, tomorrow again we'll meet at 8 a.m. We don't have Nityam Bhavat Seva daily class at 7:15 tomorrow. We'll have at 8. Hare